Beyerdynamic Dt 700 is the best studio headphone for creators, period. Starting with the design, this Beyer comes with an all-new minimalistic black design which just looks amazing. At the top you have this stainless adjustable headband which is wrapped with a memory foam that adapts to your head. Moreover, this headband does a pretty good job in redistributing the weight around your head so you don't feel fatigued after a long session of mixing and editing. By the way, did I mention this weighs 350 grams? Okay, before you start body shaming, remember AirPods Max weighs almost 400 pounds. Sorry, grams. Jokes aside, the hinges holding the ear cups are made out of steel, so you know this will hold the test of time.
How old are you?
17.
How long have you been 17?
A while.
Having said that, the ear cups are made out of solid plastic with engravings on either side so that people around you don't forget what you are wearing. And that's how you fight Alzheimer's. Speaking about forgetting stuffs, these ear pads are amazing. They are so soft that you will forget that you are wearing a 350 grams headphone. Moreover, they are made out of velour, which is as soft as kitten's fur. Also, they are circumaural, which means they completely cover your ears and they do a pretty good job at cancelling outside noise, especially whenever my mom screams, "Howard! What are you doing in there?" Speaking about real job, let's talk sound. DT700 Pro is a neutral sounding headset with a frequency response from 5 Hz to 40,000 Hz. But as you may know, human ears can hear sound frequency ranging from 20 to 20,000 Hz. So now you might be asking, then why do we need such wide frequency if you can't even hear them? Well, a wide frequency response means that this headphone can pick up a greater range of sounds than most regular headphones. After all, you can only monitor audio effectively if you can hear them. And this DT700 does an excellent job in picking up hiss, hum, artifacts, and other electrical interferences. Now you might be asking, why can't I use my Beats to monitor and mix my tracks instead of buying this expensive headphone? Well, if you use a SM7B to record your podcast, you know this mic can capture more bass, making it warm sounding mic. Now imagine you are wearing a Beats headphone for mixing or editing. So what happens is, because Beats are bass heavy, these beats will boost the bass even more, making your mix sound muddy or boomy. And to compensate that, you have to cut down those frequencies with EQing till they sound good on your beats. But the problem is, your mix was never that boomy or muddy to begin with. Beats just boosted the bass of your mix, giving you the illusion of too much bass. So now when you hear the same mix in your AirPods, it will sound tinny, as if it is coming out of a telephone, because you cut all the bass. As a result, the mid-range becomes more prominent, giving you a telephone-like sound. So a studio headphone tries to be as neutral as possible so that when you EQ, your mix will sound great irrespective of the headphones your listeners listen to. This DT700 is a closed-pack headphone which makes it perfect for voiceover artists and content creators. Because unlike an open-pack headphone, sound will not spill out of these and get picked up by the microphone while you are recording and monitoring voiceovers. But the downside of having a closed back is that the soundstage is not as open as an open back headphone like the 900 Pro X. However, the soundstage in this 700 was pretty wide for a closed back headphone. But what I really love about this headphone was the bass response. The bass in this headphone is great. It doesn't sound boosted or boomy at all. It sounds more full. When you see the frequency response curve, there is a dip at around 250 Hz, which helps cut through the muddiness around the low mids. However, the mids in this headphone is great. It's intelligible, clear, and transparent. But when it comes to the highs, I noticed roll-off at around 10,000 Hz. I wish there was a little bit more treble overall. Maybe it's because of these thick ear cups that some of those highs are attenuated. So you might be wondering, can you use this as a gaming headset? And the answer is yes. It has a decent soundstage and imaging is pretty good. So you can pinpoint the footsteps and gunshot of enemies. So now you might be asking, will this sound good when listening to JB or Badshah? Well, they sound pleasant for casual listening, but I won't call them as an audiophile headphone. To put it bluntly, it lacks the detail and transparency that I expect from an audiophile headphone, like the Sundaras. But the 700 Pro X is not tuned for audiophiles. It's a studio headphone and a really good one. Now let's talk value. Beyerdynamic Dt 700 Pro X, what a mouthful, comes at around $300 in the US or $29,000 in India. It might seem a lot at first, but this is the most value you will get out of any headphone at this price range. Let me explain. So this is handmade in Germany, unlike other products which are designed in California and assembled in China. I'm talking to you, Apple. This is serious, no nonsense German craftsmanship at its finest. It got all new driver called Stellar 45. So what's stellar about it, you say? Well, it has an impedance of just 48 ohms. As a result, you can plug this bad boy to any of your devices, whether it's iPhone, iPad, Mac, and get the best studio quality sound without the need of cranking up the volume with zero distortion. Finally, practically everything that you see on this headphone is replaceable. If you get your earpads sweaty, don't worry, Beyer will replace it. Your headband cushion is torn, don't worry, Beyer will replace it. Stellar 45 driver is not stellar anymore, don't worry, Beyer will replace it. With such flexibility in their repairs, this thing will last for years. And you might as well pass it to your next generation like heirloom. By the way, if you want to purchase 700 Pro X, links will be in the descriptions. And if you want to see the unboxing of this headphone, click here to watch it right now, and I'll see you there.